How's it going? Some of you may know that my dog, Shade, whom I had for close to 14 years, passed away last September. Now I have a new puppy that's about 8 months old and is a Labrador Retriever and Rhodesian Ridgeback mix named Bodhi. He's about 35 to 40 pounds right now. He's hyperactive, and so I'm trying to find new ways to keep him mentally and physically stimulated all the time. From this standpoint, I started buying him a ton of different products. I want to make a series of videos that review the products so that people can have an accurate and trustworthy assessment of these before purchasing. I'll talk about everything that I've owned, from clothing to treats, supplements, leashes, harnesses, and of course, toys. Everything will be graded subjectively by me on a scale of 1 to 5 doggy bones, with 1 being the lowest score and 5 being the highest score. With that said, I'd like to start this video with one of the first toys that I bought him. This is a treat/food dispensing toy with a very long name called the SunGrow Boredom and Separation Anxiety Relief Stimulation Treat Dispensing Cat and Dog Toy. Okay, that was a mouthful. I use it to supplement his feeding and fill it with kibbles because I reserve treats for when I'm training him so that he doesn't get spoiled. I've had this since December 11th of last year, so over a few months now. The toy holds up very well, and my dog is not gentle. How this toy works is you open it up by twisting the two halves and then putting the food treats into it like so. There's a lever on the side which allows you to keep the toy closed or opening it to the desired diameter to allow the contents inside to slowly fall out when your cat or dog shakes it. Like most things, my dog was initially confused and cautious with the toy. I got him engaged by demonstrating how it works and then pointing out where the food leaked out. He would eat the food and then disengage quickly. By the second time I introduced it, he was a pro and no longer shy. He would nudge it, paw it, kick it, and bash it across the living room floor. As you can surmise, there are quite a number of positives. First, the feeder toy keeps my dog entertained, and he loves it. Second, the toy is well made for the most part. What I mean is that it's very robust. My dog is not gentle and he destroys most toys. However, this one has held up nicely. In fact, some of the abuse it takes got me a bit worried initially, like how my dog likes to toss it up in the air to let it drop back onto the ground. Not only did it not break, it also held together most of the time. There were on a few occasions when it did crack open, spilling the kibbles everywhere. It's also very easy to load the food and to clean it. Finally, I also like the size of the dispenser toy in terms of how many kibbles it can hold, which is about 1 cup. I find this amount to be sufficient to entertain my dog for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on his motivation on that day. Despite all the positives, there are still a number of negatives, but they are by no means deal breakers. As I mentioned, the toy can crack open if your dog tosses it around. The lever on the side, which allows you to select the size of the opening to allow for different size treats to fall out, is too flimsy. With hard play, the dial can shift and an unexpected treasure of treats will come pouring out. Good for Dogo, but not so good for me when I actually want him to earn it. The last negative piece is that the dispenser size is just big enough for my dog to carry it around if he opens his mouth extremely wide. This prevents him from biting down with force that might result in breaking the dispenser toy. However, when he does bite down, sometimes it separates the two pieces and again results in treats spilling out. Although the quantity of pros and cons are similar, the quality and weight I assign to the pros far outweigh the cons because the product does well across the dimensions that are meaningful to me. So I give the SunGrow dispenser toy a 4.5 bones out of 5.